Welcome to another YouTube video. Raphael Vargas here. In this YouTube video, I'm gonna teach you, the secrets on how you can have endless motivation and discipline in order to achieve millions and tens of millions of dollars or any of your dreams that you want. Stay tuned. Now, welcome back to the YouTube video. Now, this is a very simple concept. This concept is so simple because so many of you guys are wondering why you don't have the motivation or the discipline or the desire to go out and achieve the goals that you have. You say, Raphael, I want to make $1 million or millions of dollars or tens of millions of dollars like you have. I want to live in penthouses in the sky in Miami. I want to travel the world. I want to make money digitally. But Raphael, I just don't feel like it. I don't have the motivation. I don't have the courage. I don't have the strength. I don't have the mental fortitude to go out and conquer. I do not have it. Therefore, Raphael, what shall I do? What should I do? Now, number one, you have to realize that God is frowning upon you. Any man that is lazy, because essentially you're just saying you are lazy. You don't have the discipline, you don't have the mental fortitude to be able to go and conquer in life, okay? Now, if you are a man watching this, you understand that making money resolves almost 100% of your issues. Now, so many people will say, Raphael, making money is the root of all evil, money is the root of all evil, all this bullshit. But this is the reality you and I both know, that money can resolve 99.99% of your problems. If you have health issues, money can resolve it. If you have stress issues at home, money can typically resolve it. If you have family issues, money can typically resolve it. If your woman doesn't see you as attractive and doesn't respect you, money can typically resolve it, okay? Money can resolve 99% of your issues. And this is the beauty about gaining wealth, okay? That you must go out and achieve it. Because as a man, getting more wealth makes you a higher status man. And it allows you to influence your family, your legacy, your community in ways that being a brokey cannot. Being broke cannot. So very simply put, you must go out and dominate and go and try to achieve financial wealth and success by any means necessary. Very clearly. Now, that's step one. Just making this very clearly, that you must reinstall this idea of money into your brain. You must reinstall, and you must be metacognitive enough to analyze your thoughts that are ever negative about money and reinstall new thought patterns about money, the positive ones, the ones that you can actually do positive things with money, okay? So that's step one. Step two is, okay, now that you have this idea of money is not a bad thing, it is a great thing. And especially if you want to become the most masculine version of yourself, you must achieve wealth, okay? Now, step two is, what is the best path to wealth? Now, there's countless paths. Real estate, I started real estate wholesaling, I did over 1,000 deals, made $10 million doing that. Then I went to education, made another $10 million doing that. Online sales, $10 million. Online education and digital products, I made over $25 million just doing that. Then I did ERC, made another $10 million doing that. Tens of millions of dollars endlessly. There's endless ways to make money, okay? Now, my favorite way right now in 2025 is utilizing AI technology to build you something called AI lead arbitrage. If you want to learn about this and how I make over $500,000 a month just in that one business, okay? By getting boring businesses, okay? Money is in the boring shit, okay? When you find boring businesses and you sell them leads utilizing AI technology, I created a whole free video. Click the link below, down here below, if you want to learn about AI lead arbitrage. Incredible system. AI technology will do 90% of the work. Now, there are endless avenues. You can choose this avenue, that avenue, real estate, e-com, does not matter. Okay, my avenue that I chose is the one that I just specifically told you. However, endless avenues. That's path two. You must focus on one avenue. One avenue. Okay? Now, once you focus on that one avenue, then step three is the purpose of this entire video, which is what? We must be disciplined enough every single day to go out and attack that avenue every day. Fail at that avenue. Go out and attack it. Go attempt. Go fail. Go forwardly failing every single day in that avenue that you chose. Now, this is where 99% of you men will fucking fail. You will lose continuously. Not because you tried it and it didn't work, but you lose because you give up. You give up. That is where your weakness lies, is that you chose to give up. And when you give up on an avenue, on a business, on a dream, you are giving up on your family, you are giving up on your legacy, and you are spitting in God's face, saying that God does not have the wisdom and the strength to be able to guide you through a petty little business like e-com, a petty little business like AI lead arbitrage, real estate, whatever avenue you chose. You're spitting in God's face and saying, God, I don't truly believe that you can work through me enough to achieve this one goal. That's a big problem in my eyes. That is blasphemy. Haram. Blasphemy. You should be exiled from God's kingdom immediately. Now, if you are another kind of man that does believe in all these things, look, this is very simple. How do you have the mental fortitude to continue? It's very simple. This is where your step 3 comes in. Your why is what allows you to drive every single day. No amounts of coffee, no amounts of caffeine and nicotine and tobacco are going to drive you like your why. Your why must be something so profound that in the depths of your soul, you are feeling the depths of your soul. God literally himself planted this design and this purpose, this spiritual purpose, this why within your soul that you know you are built for a reason. You must find this why. This why is what is going to drive you every day. It allowed me to literally go 3-4 days with no sleep, making countless cold calls, trying to close my first wholesale deal. It allowed me to push through every single negative person that was telling me I would never do it. Even my own mother, who told me I would not achieve anything. I'd never become a millionaire. All of these negative worldly obstacles that I had to face, like failing in the business over and over and over and over. The why, my why, is what allowed me to continue failing forward and not giving up. Because you never lose when you just lose on a business deal or you don't close a deal, right? You lose only when you give up. So the reality is this: you can never lose. If you never give up, you have not lost yet. That is the reality. And your why, whatever that why is for you, why are you doing this? Now, it's not just, oh, I want to make money and live in a penthouse. That why is not profound enough. Again, God will exile you out of his kingdom. Your why must be so profound and so deep that it's bigger than you. It must be bigger than you. Your why must be about others. That is what's going to allow you to drive this forward. Now, my why initially was to retire my mother and help my mentally disabled brother until I turned 23 years old, and I realized after making $660,000 in 1 month at 23, and I retired my mother at 23, it's been 10 years, that my why needs to now expand. My why needs to expand. And I made it bigger than me. My why is very simple. 1, create hundreds of thousands of leaders, real spiritual leaders, godly, kingdom, fearless leaders worldwide. Number 1. Number 2, give tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars away. That's my number 2 why. And number 3, dominate in every business and industry and social presence that I've ever been encountered with and I touch. And why is this? Because number 1, I want to create God-fearing leaders. Why? Because I need to create kingdom men. There's an abundance of weak men, and we need to reignite masculinity in men. But not just masculinity and toxic masculinity like a lot of, conservative and red pill people would say, and I believe a lot of them are toxic masculine, but God-fearing kingdom masculine men. That's what we need to reignite. So number 1, we need to create hundreds of thousands of leaders doing that, which is why I'm doing this content, to inspire and change your heart and create in you the masculine leader that this world needs. Number 1. Number 2, which allows me to do content. And even though I'm exhausted from driving 4.5 hours straight to Miami, going right to a video, doesn't matter. I'm doing it because, again, why? My why is bigger than me. I must influence and create in you a leader. That is why. So number 2, give hundreds of millions away. So why is financial gain so important? Because I know that there is a need, a financial need in third world countries and even in this country. And I know that with my financial impact, which my goal is to become a billionaire one day, right? That I know that with that financial impact that I have on my own life, I can utilize that to impact millions of people's lives strictly on a financial level. Now, Jesus utilized his miracles, okay, worldly things to influence and impact people. Me, I'm gonna use worldly things, finances, wealth to impact worldly people, just like Jesus did. And then number 3 is to dominate industries and businesses and social presence. Why is that important? Because I want to be a direct reflection of God's kingdom. I want when people see me dominating and winning, they say, wow, Raphael, there must be a God, because you are winning at a level that only a man that is working directly with God could win. If I truly believe that God is the God of the universe with infinite strength, infinite wisdom, infinite abundance, if I'm walking directly in his purpose and path, don't you think that I should be operating with that same level of wisdom, strength, intelligence, knowledge, dominance, assertiveness? The answer is yes. So I must be seen. When I am seen, God is seen. God says this in the Bible, that he wants us to shine so that when they see us radically and radiant shining, that we are now a reflection of directly him. And that is exactly what my purpose is. These 3 things. After was retiring my mother. And that drove me to sleepless nights, continuous working continuously. So your why is what is going to drive you to the next level. You must be man enough to deep seek within you. You must be disciplined enough to be in isolation with yourself and with God alone to find what this why is, because this why is what's going to drive you to the next level. This why is what's going to allow you to go multiple nights with no sleep. This why is what's going to allow you to go failure after failure after failure and still come out on top. This why is what's going to allow you to drown out the noise of the world and listen to the one singular voice of God himself speaking to you. This why is critical in your success. No why, no success. No purpose, no success. And I would argue that there are men with hundreds of millions of dollars that do not have a why, and I would argue they have no success. If you are not successful in God's eyes, you are not successful. You are not a successful man if God does not look upon you from the throne that he is on in his kingdom, looking upon you saying, good work, my good and faithful servant. So it doesn't matter if you have the wealth, if you don't have the why. The why is mandatory and critical to your spiritual and everlasting success and your masculine success as well. So that is the purpose of today's video. Your why is what's going to drive you every day to push past simple human boundaries that most men cannot go through. Your why is what's going to allow God to work supernaturally within you to do things that only men that are working with him can do. I literally witnessed this. I remember reading a Bible verse that said, those that have faith in the Lord will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and never grow faint. And I remember reading that and I was like, I believe that. And I went 3 days, 4 days, no sleep, endless energy, fasting. I was like, God, I believe this. You are working supernaturally within me and my goals, because you need me to achieve them, because if I achieve them, I glorify you. So your why must glorify him. If it is to glorify yourself for stupid Richard Milles, for dumb penthouses, for Cullinan Rolls Royces, and all this dumb bullshit that yes, you see me have in chains, shame on you. Your why is a direct reflection on how big you truly believe your God is. That's the reality. The bigger your why, the more you need God himself. The bigger your why, the more you need God himself. And the more you need God himself, you will be a direct reflection on other people witnessing the strength in the Spirit of God working through you, and that will inspire other men and women to follow God themselves. And that is the reality. This is why your why must be big, and this is why you must have and operate in big faith. Now, be prepared for big setbacks, because no great journey comes without big setbacks. This is a hero's and king's journey only. If you are not prepared for it, do not even discuss any kind of big why. But this is the reality. Your why will drive you. You know what time it is. Raphael Vargas. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, follow me on IG. If you want to learn about AI lead arbitrage, you know what time it is. Click that link, watch that 25-minute video, and let's fucking go.